more about these revelations about Jack Smith, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, our friend Jim Jordan of Ohio. Let's get your take on this. Is this a violation of constitutional rights?
Yeah.
It is. Were you caught up in this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got my phone logs. There were 44 members of the United States Congress, senators, members of the House, even some Democrats, a handful of Democrats were caught up in this. And again, you can't do that. As Senator Hawley just said, this is a separation of powers issue. There's a speech or debate clause. It was supposed to be filtered and screened. It wasn't. It was just given from the National Archives to Jack Smith's team. But like we always say, Sean, the one thing we get wrong when we start these investigations, the one thing we always get wrong is that it's always worse than we thought. So it wasn't just and never forget the toll records issue. Remember, 16 days after Kevin McCarthy becomes Speaker of the House, Jack Smith goes and gets his phone records from the carrier, the top Republican in government, the guy second in line to the president. Jack Smith knew who called him, when the call took place, how long the call lasted. He can pattern someone's life. Who's the Speaker of the House talking to before big votes, after big votes? Well, that is just wrong. That is a total separations of powers issue that they violated. And they went to another branch of government, got that information without a warrant. They got it, and they didn't screen it. And then Jack Smith, under oath, says, no, we didn't get any contents. Well, Shazam, it looks like they did. And it looks like he wasn't square with us when he testified in front of our committee. And we will look at a referral possibility. We're already looking at that. Do we need to refer him to the Justice Department, to Attorney General Blanche, for them to go ahead and move forward with prosecution? We're looking at that as we speak.
You know, we're friends. I've already had private text messages with you released to the public. And Mark Meadows released. And Kayleigh McEnany, when she worked at the Trump White House, released. Paul Manafort, like 55 pages of my private text messages. You know, at what point, you know, do I have any recourse in terms of my private rights in all of this?
I think Senator Hawley's right. Yeah, I think Senator Hawley's right. The recourse is holding people accountable. We've deposed 6 people on Jack Smith's team. We referred one of them for prosecution because he was trying to obstruct our investigation. As I said, we're now looking at what Jack Smith said to us under oath. Did he lie to Congress? We're looking at that. It sure looks like he might have not been square with us. And if that's the case, we will refer him, as I said. But when you put it together, the toll records and now getting contents, that is just as wrong as it gets, and it is not. And then what Senator Hawley said, you couple this with all the other things the Biden-Garland Justice Department did, with moms and dads going to school board meetings and being spied on, with pro-life Catholics being labeled extremists, all the other things they did, someone needs to be held accountable, and maybe it is, in fact, Jack Smith.
All right, beyond lying under oath, what other charges do you see as possible?
Well, I'll leave that up to the Justice Department, but what we could do a referral on is not being square with Congress, for lying to Congress while under oath during the deposition, during the hearing. That's what we could refer on. And again, as I said, we are having our lawyers on the committee look at that, and we will make a decision on moving forward with that here real soon.
You know, Jim Jordan, this has got to stop, you know.
It sure
I can
does.
only be covered for, you know, how many days on fake news, CNN, other networks. Oh, Sean Hannity's text messages, they sound like his monologue. He actually believes this stuff.
Yeah.
Does that,
go figure.
Does that insinuate what they say they don't believe? I don't know how to interpret that.
Yeah, we're not pretending to be conservatives. We're not pretending to be conservatives. We actually believe it. Yeah.
Yes, we do. I may have to abolish our friendship, because every time I text you, you know, there's a risk that it will be released to the public without my permission or yours. Unbelievable.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
All right. Thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with Me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.